Hello. Well, tonight I'm going to be working on putting in excuse me, the pavement here. I'm going to pull out these nails that I put in to hold the forms down, and so I'll be working on that tonight. And in the way of news and what's coming up next, I'm probably for the next couple of weeks or so, I'm going to be getting a couple of laser kits from a company called RS Laser, courtesy of Ron Paré at scratchbuilders.com. I'm going to be putting them together and reviewing the kits, but I'm also going to be using the structures of my layout, so that's going to be another video series of putting together these kits. And in addition, I'm thinking of doing a video series, not directly related to model railroading, but more tangentially related, of how I write and do music for my background music for some of my videos when I'm zipping around at 5 gazillion miles an hour in accelerated time-lapse format, to show you how I do that, how I write it, how I arrange it, how I put it together and record it and stuff like that. So that might be more of interest to you music geeks out there. And depending on how that's received, excuse me, depending on how that's received, I might set up another channel for doing music stuff. So I don't know, there's some possibilities there. But another fun thing, I've stumbled upon a service called Ustream.com, and what that is a nice free service that it's all ad supported, but it would allow me to do actual live broadcasts over the internet. Wouldn't cost me anything, and I like that. And that's something I'm playing around with. I just set up an account, and there's still some logistical issues with how I'm going to handle that. I'll probably have to have my wife Marcia help me out on that, because she would have to possibly, it allows me to set up a chat room. So that could be fun, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this, where I'm just going to do live, like put together a model, or just show you me working on my model railroad. I mean, I have no idea what I'm going to do yet with that, but excuse me. If you think that's something that you might be interested in, or think that would be fun to watch, then go ahead and send me an email via my channel, or just post a comment underneath this video I'm putting together tonight, and I can, I don't know, move forward from there, just to see if that would be something of interest. Or maybe I could just do, instead of an actual show, just maybe a couple of times a week, maybe do one show. Oh, maybe not a couple of times a week, that'd be quite a bit. Do an actual show where I'm actually talking about something, and another show during the week where I'm just showing you doing stuff. I mean, I don't know if that would be boring or not, but anyway, that's kind of what I've got in my mind. So without further ado, I will mix my putty together and color it and get to work on here. If I think of something I want to say, I'm going to do this in time-lapse format, so if I think of anything that I need to communicate, I'll drop out and tell it to you. So, other than that, just watch this unfold. The paint I'm using is just Sargent acrylic paint. I did a little research on the web, and he says you can use either acrylic paint or latex paint to to color your water putty. How much paint you put in, it'll affect your drying time. I think I may have said that before. Take longer to dry. So, and I try to put my paints in while it's still fairly thin, because try to get the color I want while it's still relatively thin, because it's a lot more difficult to mix it once I get a thicker batter on here, thicker consistency. So, all right, I think another spoonful will get me where I want to be. All right, I think this will work. Okay, looks like we got some fairly excuse me, smooth pavement on here. Now what I'm going to do is, after a couple of hours, come back down here and take a screwdriver, because this stuff takes longer to dry when you mix acrylic paint in here. So after about maybe about an hour and a half. It's not completely solid yet, but it's more crumbly. I'm just going to take a screwdriver and run it along the form and basically scrape this excess water putty off. And then when this is completely dry, I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and cut the forms out. And if you're working with the florist foam, you got to be kind of careful, because this stuff is pretty fragile, and if you just dig under with your knife and just try to take your forms and just tear them out, you'll tear holes, some fairly sizable holes in your form, in your foam. And I suppose it's not a big deal if you're going to be backfilling in the holes with dirt and grass and stuff like that, but you just want to be careful anyway, in case there's some certain scenic features you've carved in your foam beforehand. You don't want to tear them up too badly. So what I'll do is I'll just take a knife and run it along the top, and then basically just run it along the side and just cut the form out. I mean, just slice the wood rather than just actually tear the whole thing up like I'll be able to do that down here, because this is not attached to any foam. It's just attached to the sub-road bed, so it's not going to tear out chunks of the foam. So that's what I'm going to do there. But meantime, I'm going to let this dry and come back and do a little cleanup. So that's it for now.